Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about the Texas senatorial race, getting a little bit more soap opera-y. This is going to sound pretty gossipy, but there's huge political implications. A surprise announcement has upended a Senate primary in Texas. Current Attorney General Kim Paxton is seeking to win the Republican nomination for Senate and is challenging current Senator John Cornyn. Cornyn seems to be trailing, and Trump being Trump looked like he was waiting to make an endorsement until he could figure out who would win. That way, he can claim victory for his endorsement. Then, from out of nowhere, an announcement was made by Ken Paxton's wife. Quote, "Today, after 38 years of marriage, I filed for divorce on biblical grounds. I believe marriage is a sacred covenant, and I have earnestly pursued reconciliation. But in light of recent discoveries, I do not believe that it honors God or is loving to myself, my children, or kin to remain in the marriage. I move forward with complete confidence that God is always working everything together for the good of those who love Him and who are called according to His purpose." Cornyn said that it seems like a private matter, but his allies jumped on the news immediately. National Republican Senatorial Committee spokesperson Joanna Rodriguez said, quote, "What Kim Paxton has put his family through is truly repulsive and disgusting. No one should have to endure what Angela Paxton has, and we pray for her as she chooses to stand up for herself and her family during this difficult time." The Texas Tribune is reporting that Paxton's wife, who is a state senator, listed adultery as the grounds for divorce. But there's widespread speculation about more details to come because the Senate Leadership Fund's executive director, Alex Latcham, shared coverage of the news about the divorce filing with simply, quote, Ezekiel 16:33. The passage relates to something that is definitely not the path of the righteous man. It says, quote, "All prostitutes receive gifts, but you give gifts to all your lovers, bribing them to come to you from everywhere for your illicit favors." Okay, so now that the gossipy news is done, why does this actually matter? Because Paxton has been seemingly leading. This news might allow Cornyn to close the gap. Okay, that's normal politics. But Democratic strategists are convinced that Paxton would be relatively easy to beat in the general election. They were kind of happy about Paxton leading because they believed it would provide them with an opportunity to turn a Texas seat blue. If this news knocks Paxton behind Cornyn and Cornyn gets Trump's endorsement because he's leading in the polls, it's going to be much, much harder for Democrats to flip the seat. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.